Days Gone 2 might finally be made, and rightfully so. But while we wait, here are a few mods that you can add right now to tide you over while you wait. The first mod is called Extended Explosion Distance, and that allows you to extend the explosion radius to be able to take out more freakers at once. Paired with this, we've extended the radius of the throwable weapons as well. So when using items such as Molotovs, the explosion radius will be bigger. So you do have to be aware you could set yourself on fire on accident. So every time you throw it, make sure you step back so you don't get burned alive like the freakers. Keep these explosive radius mods in mind because it's going to truly come in handy with some of these mods we'll be talking about coming up. This next mod is called Undead Freaker, and this adds a new variant of freaker that randomly spawns throughout the world. Now this is supposedly cut content, which actually would have been really cool if it was in the base game. And there are no special abilities. This is just a regular freaker just with a new texture. Now the mod Explosive Gore lets you explode limbs on almost every shot that you do. So as you're mowing down freakers, you'll see more explosions and limbs falling off than you're used to. Extra gore never hurt anybody, right? We also have increased spawn of all freakers. So as you traverse the world, you'll see more freakers spawn about, which definitely comes in handy because we've also added the more ears mod. So for every freaker that you kill, you'll receive more ears for that hard work. And that's something you can't complain about. The mod Better Flashlight allows your flashlight to shine a bit brighter in those dark locations. If you pair this with mods such as Darker Night, they blend really well together. It doesn't just affect your flashlight though. Even your headlights on your motorcycle will be enhanced as well. We have a mod called Spoods Overpowered Series Boot Knife, which basically allows you to one-shot your opponents, which kind of makes sense, right? If you're stabbing freakers in the head, why not? And while you got carried away slaying some freakers, you ran too far away from your bike, no worries. With the Athletic Deacon Better Stamina mod, you can run with no regrets. They have different versions depending on what kind of stamina level you want, but now you'll be able to run to wherever you'll be going, even if it's just back to your bike you misplaced. And speaking of your bike, if you hate getting flipped off of your bike, we have the Seatbelt mod. This gives you an invisible seatbelt, so if you crash, you just don't flip off the bike and die. Maybe it's not immersive, but I just can't get enough of it. The next mod is called Massive Challenging Hordes, and this really brings back the difficulty of trying to conquer all the hordes in Days Gone. You can add anywhere from 330 freakers all the way to 999 for every horde you encounter. They do have a variant version where as you progress through the games, the hordes gradually get bigger and bigger, or you have the tier where you just pick the number. So if you choose 999, every horde you encounter, you'll be having to slay 1,000 freakers. Good luck. A mod that pairs really well with this is called Crazy Realistic Horde Collision. This mod changes how hordes interact. This helps the horde to bunch up in a more realistic way. Next we have the SWAT Deacon mod, which really pimps Deacon out with some nice aesthetics. There are different versions of this mod and they all vary from what you want, so you can have a vest, front belt, backpack or not, or even remove the face covering. They have hooded versions as well, and this is one of the newer costumes out on Nexus mods that look really good. I've also tried a new mod for the first time called Debug Menu. By pressing Control and Backspace, a handy menu pops up that allows you to do basically anything. You can control things in your inventory such as filling up your ammo, adding consumables, or probably one of the most useful features is controlling the time and the weather. But whatever you're trying to do in game, you can do it with this mod. This last but certainly not least mod is called Days Guns, and this mod changes a lot when it comes to the guns, as well as balance changes. I think one of the main reasons to get this mod is to just look cool. Some guns are holsterable as a sling on the front of your body, such as the P90. I think you can get some pretty unique characters depending on the costume you use for Deacon and experimenting with some of the weapon combinations you can do. Now there is a whole list of changes on the mod page I recommend going through before you download this mod because it pretty much overhauls the whole gun system. But it is definitely a nice change of pace, especially if you've already ran through the story a couple times. If you've enjoyed any of these mods, feel free to like and subscribe because we have many more mods to go over as they come out for anticipation for Days Gone 2.